The great thing is obviously the cost. The first reason that I came to work here in St. Petersburg with our project was because it was going to be more affordable than if I was going to do it in the UK. And also eventually and very quickly understanding that the team were not yes people. They were going to be honest and truthful about the work so that we had a good relationship. You don't really get to understand that until much later. So the first thing you look at is, can they do the job? What is the cost? Can we afford it? Can they deliver? So for me, yeah, the cost was the initial thing, because that was the one thing. The lack of resources of a startup business is that it doesn't have a lot of money. But then eventually it was the talent pool, the relationship, and the ongoing opportunity to work with a team that actually cared about the project. So this is why we picked WaveAccess and why we've stayed with WaveAccess. So by having a team already in place with all the component talent that was necessary is remarkably important to delivering a project to the market really quickly. So you can pull together the team you need and pick some talent that you haven't got to bring into the team, even if it's on a temporary basis. So we have a lot of that going on with what we do. So the nearshoring side of it is critical, and it was the only way that we were ever going to deliver this project to the market. Part of the work that allows us to understand the development process is the reporting. So we get almost weekly report of where the project is. This is provided to us in a format so we can see what everyone's doing, what the resources are, where they're being placed, what projects are coming up, so we know where everyone is and what they're doing. So in something as large and complicated a project as we have, with lots of moving parts, it's a very difficult thing to try and get a sort of an overview. So the risk is shared because we always express why we need the feature, when we need it by. Now, the more complicated the feature, for example, we're working on a complete reskinning of JISP. It's a major bit of programming. It involves a lot of people in the team. There is an enormous risk because it's so many moving parts, so many people. So the risk is shared, actually. So the risk is on both sides. The team know what they've got to deliver and when they've got to deliver it by. The risk from us is that we will find some element that we are challenged to deliver. So this is a risk business. This is a risk that we share because we all want the same outcome, but ultimately the responsibility for that does fall on both of us.